Good morning and welcome to day 43 of Ralston's Big Adventure. Alright, so the plan today is to go about 19 miles into Pearisburg, and there's a hostel there that it's like $25. So, and they offer a free shuttle to and from the trail. So I think I'm gonna head there and then try to figure out my next move, because after Pearisburg it's like really 100 miles to the next town. There's a couple stops along the way, but really it's like 100 miles. It's a long way before you get really anywhere. So yeah, but I'm hiking with some guys today. We're all planning on going into Pearisburg, so yeah, should be good.
Alright, so it is 8:34. I left the shelter probably 10-ish minutes ago. Yeah, just probably half a mile in by this point. But it's a 19-mile day into Pearisburg. The terrain is literally like another plateau, so I've got to go up about 1,500 feet, and then it just kind of flattens out a little bit. Not really, but like basically it just kind of, you ride the ridge all day, and then you're down into Pearisburg by this afternoon. So that's my plan today. I'm hiking with Tenure. He actually had to go back. He forgot something, so he's gonna be a little bit behind today. But yeah, there's a Chinese restaurant, like I think an all-you-can-eat buffet, like right around the corner from the hostel. So we are pumped to eat there tonight. And then we've got to figure out too, like, what our plan of attack is. After Pearisburg, because there's about a 60-ish mile stretch of no resupply. And the only resupply is at like some grocery store, some like little outpost, which may or may not be open based on the last couple outposts in grocery stores. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of planning for this next 100-mile section. Because again, there's only like one resupply, and it's like 60 miles away, and then you gotta wait another 40 miles to get into Daleville. So we'll see how this goes, but should be a good day today, and it'll definitely be great to get into Pearisburg. So yeah, very much looking forward to getting there. All right, so this is kind of a fun view. So that ridge right there behind me is what I'm going to today. So this kind of wraps around and goes. And then let's see if I can see this. That point out there, that furthest point. Here, let me just turn the video around. This will be much easier. That point right there is, I think, what I'm going down into, because I think that's Pearisburg right down there in the valley. So it just kind of wraps around all day and then goes down into Pearisburg over there. All right, so now that I've officially stayed at the Wapiti shelter, and I'm going past it now, it might be a fun time to tell the tragic story that actually happened to that shelter. I think it was like, I think this is right back in the 80s, so it's been a while back. I don't know, you can look this up on the internet. There were two through hikers staying at the Wapiti shelter, and a local deranged man came and killed them and buried them somewhere near the shelter in their sleeping bags. And I think there's been some of those like TV shows you know, crazy murders in the AT or whatever that has like a story about this. But yeah, 2 people were murdered there at some point way back in the day at that shelter. So, but it's all good. Nothing crazy or scary or no hauntedness there. It was a good night. It was kind of cold, but yeah, I just thought I'd share that story now after I've stayed there as opposed to before. Also, check out all these ferns. They're huge. Alright, so I've been sitting here on this rock looking out over this beautiful view for like the last hour, like eating lunch. There's my trash. But yeah, it's 1:26. I'm gonna head into Pearisburg. I think I officially decided to take a zero here instead of Daleville. After looking at the map, it doesn't look like Daleville really has a good place to zero, so this will just be a better place for me to zero. So I'll zero here and then resupply in Daleville and just keep on going through. So I'll hit town real quick and then head on through. So that'll be a plan. And I'm excited. I think that's a good plan. I think it'll work out. But yeah, I'm going to get all this stuff together and then keep on trekking. I really cannot get enough of all these blooms. They're really, really pretty. Just all the white and the purple and the pink. I think some of them are mountain laurels, some of them are rhododendrons. Your guess is as good as mine. I think the purple ones are rhododendrons and then the white ones are mountain laurels, but could be wrong. But regardless, they're really pretty. I'm very appreciative of this power line because it has brought us this view. How pretty is this? And Pearisburg is somewhere over there. Alright, so that mountain right there is where I came up on this morning. So if you remember me sitting at that one looking back over this way, that's the mountain I was sitting on this morning, and I just wrapped around. So now I'm here at the end of the day, and Pearisburg is literally somewhere over there. Alright, so down there's Pearisburg. Hold on. Okay, yeah, that's better. So down there is Pearisburg. That's where I'm staying tonight. I'm going to zero there tomorrow. I'm really glad I decided to zero. I've hit a wall. I counted it up, and I've done 160 miles in the last 9 days. So I definitely need to take a true, just no mile day. Like not even walk around town, just be just so chill. So I'm really excited about taking the zero tomorrow. And what a better place to do. I mean, this is amazing. It's so beautiful. I'm not really sure what that is, but I really hope it's just some weird tradition they have of hey, the work day's over, go home, because that's so sketch. It's the creepiest thing I've heard in a long time. It's like an air raid in World War II or something. I don't know. This is weird. Alright, so we've got a mama and a little fawn. I'm gonna see if I can chase him down. Get a better shot. Yeah, that's a good one right there. And look at him. That is adorable. All right, so I made it to the hostel. Our bunkhouse is somewhere over that hill. But me and Stefan right now are going to the Mexican restaurant to get something to eat. And then I'm gonna get a food line and get some candy, come back, and just enjoy my night. But don't know where Tenure is. I think he's somewhere still on the mountain. He's pretty slow, but hopefully he'll be here before too long. But I was starving and couldn't wait on him. Hey y'all, it's Ralston here, hiking the AT. I'm hiking the AT for several reasons, but one big one is to support the Isaiah 117 house in Blairsville, Georgia. This organization is dedicated to helping foster kids at the moment they're taken out of the home and some of the most traumatic parts of their lives. That's where they seek to intervene, and so they seek to provide a house with food, clothing, foster parents, almost pretty much immediately after they're taken out of the home. So it's a really, really great organization that's dedicated to bettering the lives of children. And I just could not be more appreciative and more excited to support them and of all the work they're doing. So if you'd like to help out and donate, you can visit the link below, and it'll take you to the donation page. But please consider giving a gift to help support Isaiah 117. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, Maverick out.